You know, there are many things that you can do with cauliflower. And I've really been ignoring this versatile vegetable in my videos. I want to remedy that and at least start with one tonight. So let's start with a spicy cauliflower sauce that I like to make. So the first thing we need to do is steam the cauliflower so we have a nice soft base to for the base of the sauce. And so what I'm going to do now, I've already taken the extra leaves off, and I've got that off, and I'm just going to cut the florets off of this head of cauliflower. And since it's all going to kind of get blended up later, I don't have to be particularly delicate with it. So what I'm going to do, it's going to take whatever steaming setup you have. I have this little basket, goes in a pot like that. Maybe you have one of those bamboo things, or you've got an insert for a pot or something like that. The idea is you want to steam the cauliflower until it's completely soft, because then that'll make for a nice sauce. So this is going to take a little while. I'll just leave that in there, and then we'll come back and make the sauce in a little bit. So the cauliflower is fully cooked. If you remember, it was a pretty small head, so I'm going to talk about some amounts that go into it, but it's going to be a little less than I might use for a larger head. So let's see. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mash up the cauliflower, and you see I'm just kind of mashing it. I want this sauce to have some body. This is not supposed to be a puree. So I've mashed up the cauliflower, and what I've got here is a pan that's heating up. And I'm going to put in a goodly layer of oil in that pan. That's going to start heating up. All right, so here we go. We'll add some olive oil. You can see I got a nice layer of olive oil in the pan. All right, and that's heating up. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the oil from a can of anchovies. I'm going to use some anchovies in this. So here's a can of anchovies, and I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to let the oil from that can go and join the oil that we have in here. There we go. I'll finish opening that up. All right, now, to that, I'm now going to add about 4 cloves of chopped up garlic. All right, and the pan is starting to sizzle. That's good. And then to that, I will then add the cauliflower before the garlic starts to brown. I don't want to burn the garlic. I just wanted to get it started. But then I'm going to put the cauliflower in right away. And I'm going to mix this all up and start to make my sauce. Okay. That in. Now with the anchovies, I am going to put some anchovy in this. Now if I had a full head of, big head of cauliflower, I would use this entire can. I'm going to use about half, or maybe a little bit more than half in this, because it's a small head of cauliflower. I mean, I can always add more later, right? The idea is if I put too much in now, then I'm not going to be able to adjust it later. So here we go. Just mash that all up. And we'll add that in here with the cauliflower. And I'll start to mix that up. Now I'm not going to add any salt right now. I want to get that nice flavor from the anchovy first, and then I will figure out how much salt I can add later. Now I have here, this is about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of red chili flakes. I'm going to add that in too. Again, this is something I can always adjust later, but I don't want to overspice it. Various different chili flakes have different types of heat to them. All right, so I got this going. And we're going to just let this cook for a little bit. We're going to saute this for a little bit. I just want to meld the flavors is really all I want to do with this right now. All right. I can already now give it a taste and get an idea of the seasoning here. So it's actually a little light on the anchovy flavor. Believe me, it's okay to use the anchovies. It doesn't really, when I say anchovy flavor, it's just sort of that nice kind of umami thing that you get from anchovies. It's not like it's gonna hit you in the face and say I've got anchovies in here. It's not like an anchovy pizza, right? All right, so put that in there like that. That's going well. There's no question at this point that it is a little light on salt, I'm pretty sure. Come on. Yeah, okay. You know, I had to check that first. The heat's coming through good. I don't really think I gonna need to be adding any more pepper. I'm going to hit it with some salt. All right, take a look at that. This is a really nice, it's a very fun sauce that you can use for a lot of different things. On pasta, it's great. I mean, it's just a nice thing. Just cook up some pasta rigatoni, some linguine or something like that. Put some of this sauce on it. You can serve it on top of fish. It goes really well with fish. Another thing you could do is roast some other vegetables. Roast some eggplant, roast some squash or something like that. And then mix this in with it. You know, kind of toss some of this in there. And that's it, folks. There's your spicy cauliflower garlic sauce. We'll see you next time.